Am I overreacting, or was that emotional cheating? I always thought emotional cheating was a vague term people threw around when they wanted to feel justified in overreacting, and I swore I'd never be that kind of partner who snooped or made accusations out of insecurity. But a few weeks ago, I opened a message thread on my partner's tablet that made my stomach drop in a way I didn't even know was possible. It wasn't because I was looking for anything, I genuinely picked it up to check the weather because my phone was charging. But as soon as I clicked the messaging app, the screen lit up with a notification from someone I didn't recognize, a contact saved only with an emoji, which was already odd enough. But then I saw the preview. Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about what you said. My first thought was that I had misunderstood, that maybe it was a work friend or an inside joke. But when I opened the thread, I saw weeks of back and forth messages that were anything but platonic. It wasn't explicit in a physical way. There were no direct mentions of meeting up or touching, but the tone, the language, the late-night emotional intimacy, the venting about me. Suddenly, I was reading things like, "I wish she appreciated me the way you do, and you're the only one I can really be." Myself around, and it felt like someone had reached into my chest and twisted something raw and vital. I sat there frozen, rereading messages where my partner told this person things I didn't even know they had been feeling, talking about how I never listen or how I'm emotionally distant lately, which hurt more than any physical betrayal could have. Because not only was there deception happening, but there was also this entire secret emotional life that had been built behind my back. When they came into the room and saw me holding the tablet, their face went pale, and instead of apologizing or explaining, the first thing out of their mouth was, "Why are you going through my private messages?" Like I was the villain for stumbling into something I was never supposed to see. I asked them point blank if they were in love with that person, and they had the audacity to say, "It's not like that, we're just close friends." I vent to them because you don't understand me, but when I asked why they never mentioned this friend, why the messages were deleted every morning, why they used coded names instead of real ones, they got defensive and said I was blowing things out of proportion. I told them if I sent messages like that to someone else they'd lose their mind, and they snapped back with, "But you didn't, did you?" As if the only line that mattered was physical contact. We argued for hours, going in circles around what counts as cheating, them insisting it was harmless because there was no touching, me saying betrayal isn't defined by where your hands are but where your loyalty goes when I'm not in the room. They accused me of being controlling, of trying to isolate them, and I asked why emotional needs were being outsourced to someone else like I was some placeholder partner they came home to while offering the best parts of themselves to another person. Eventually, they broke down crying and said they never meant for it to go that far, that it started as casual venting, but they got addicted to the validation. And I wanted to feel compassion in that moment, but all I could think was that I should have been the person they came to when they felt neglected, not some stranger behind an emoji. Now I'm stuck in this limbo where they're begging for forgiveness and swearing they'll cut contact, but I don't know how to move forward because every time they pick up their phone, I wonder who they really want to message first. They keep asking what I want them to do to prove I can trust them again, and the truth is I don't know if trust is something you can prove. It's either there or it's not, and right now mine feels like shattered glass. I don't know if I'm supposed to try and glue it back together or sweep it up and walk away for good. The worst part is not knowing if I'm justified in feeling betrayed or if I'm becoming the paranoid partner I never wanted to be. But if emotional intimacy is supposed to be sacred, then why does it feel like it's already been shared with someone else?